Yo, tennis peeps, let's do a quick comparison of first versus second serve. I know we've done this before, but let's review it again. What happens differently? A couple things I want to go over first off. Keep in mind, a professional tennis player on a good day hits their hard, flat first serve in about 65% of the time. So unless you're training daily, you shouldn't just have a flat first serve and a spin second serve. You should really be able to vary spin so much that you can put a little spin on the ball if you want to have a little bit of safety, and then you can put a lot of spin on the ball if you really want to be safe. But being able to vary spin, I think, is very important, and that's the biggest difference between a first and second serve. So while we go over this, make sure you're understanding how to vary spin. So there's this, you're seeing the two extremes here, and then you can have the in-betweens. But to start, you kind of want a different setup on the ball, which, by the way, I'm not even going to say. Hopefully by the end of the video, you understand which one of these is a first serve and which one of these is a second serve, which I'm probably going to kind of give it away right now. So the initial setup on the ball is you're not going to be swinging as directly into it. You're going to be more glancing the ball. So you're going to want to turn a little more. You'll see here your body's going to be a little bit more coiled under the ball because you're not directing the swing as forward. You're directing the swing more to the side of the ball. And it might not even be as much as your body's turned less as your toss is a little further in front where your targeting is a little bit more in front for the flatter serve. Now you can you can lay your racket open a little bit for a flat first serve because you're coming straight into it. But for a spin serve, you definitely want the edge of the racket leading into the ball because that is the same way you'd hit any spin, is you glance the ball. The edge of the racket more glances the ball. So you can see here my racket does open earlier where I really want to keep that racket closed for the spin serve. Now, if you do get to chance to video yourself, one really important thing you want to take note of is if you're hitting a spin serve, which, by the way, a spin serve is forward rotation. That's what makes your acceptance window bigger so you can hit higher over the net, okay? So to get forward rotation, you have to have room to brush up. And if you watch where my racket's traveling from the inside of my hand. Here it's, or behind my hand, but it's on the inside of the hand, and then it finishes on the outside of my hand here. So while it's going up, it's on the inside of the hand. So we see to hit spin, you have to have room to brush up. So you'll see them on the inside of the hand from my second serve, spin serve contact. And then for a flat serve, you're more above the hand. So if you don't know if you're doing this right or not, you're going to need to get some good high-speed video out. And two things you're going to be looking for really with if you did spin, because everyone can pancake and hit flat. Are you leading in with the edge? And is contact on the inside of your hand where you have this little bit of room for the racket to continue progressing up? And other than that, yeah, you'll see my body's still a little bit more sideways on for the spin serve. Again, I'm not directing the swing as into the ball. I'm directing it more to the side of the ball. And then that obvious symptom, you'll see the racket turn a little bit more here out with the spin serve. A little bit more pronation, again, because I'm turning that arm up the back of the ball. I'm not turning it into the ball. So those are the differences between a flat and spin serve. But remember, you got to be able to vary how much you do that stuff depending on the situation. If you're up 40 love, 4-0, sure, go for that big flatty. But if it's deuce and you're on serve, or even if it's at out, and you want to take a little bit off that first serve, you can put a touch of spin on it to make it a little safer. Hey, I appreciate you subscribing. It's just one little button down there. Boop. And like it as well. Thanks for your support. That's what it looks like backwards.